Let's go. Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Previously with the Morning Q Crew.
Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Have you ever fallen in love with a hobby? Just because the other people who are into that thing have like a cool vibe?
Yeah, I think so.
You think
I think
so?
so.
Or you know so?
Yeah, well, ceramics was one of them. Because,
Ceramics?
So my mom's friend owned a little ceramic store in town, and my mom loved to go and paint ceramics. They got started doing that, and then I started doing that. And it was fun. It was something my mom and I liked to do together.
Almost like a book club.
Yeah, and it was, and I had
Ceramics
fun
club.
doing it. My mom was so good at it. She was so talented at painting ceramics.
So people on Reddit were asked this. Someone said anything that has grandma vibes.
Yep.
Knitting, quilting, cross-stitching, embroidery, sewing.
Oh, my niece just started crocheting.
Really?
Yeah, she FaceTimed me. Her dad was driving, and she was in the driver's seat. I'm like, hey, what's going on, guys? Nancy, she said, Daddy just took me to, I don't know if it was Michael's or Hobby Lobby, one of those. She's like, look, and she showed me all the yarn that she got. She's like, look, Dad, look, I'm going to start crocheting. I'm like, oh, that's so cute. So she's so excited to do the little grandma stuff. You know what? I want to learn to crochet.
My aunt, she's officially in grandma stage. Her son had a child, so she's a grandma. She's part of this, or she used to be at least. They'd meet up once a month or however so often, and they crochet together. So she's part of that. She's big time into that. Volunteering or community work.
Yeah.
You can meet some really awesome people, and you're also doing a great thing.
Yeah, it makes you feel good to do that too.
Believe it or not, death metal, someone said.
Kind people are into death metal. You know what? That's actually kind of true. I found some really hardcore people who are into that are some of the kindest people I've ever met. No,
They
really.
just let out all their
They
their
do.
rage
They let out their
through
aggression
the
through the music, and
Yeah.
they're super kind.
Meet
Yeah.
some kind people in the
That's
pit
right.
of the
Yep.
concerts. Cooking. Someone says cooking is fun. Usually good vibes. That's a great way to fellowship is just by
It
cooking a
is.
meal together.
That's right.
Fountain pen enthusiast.
I'm not familiar with that one, but
Reading. I talked about
Yeah.
book clubs and stuff. That's a good way
yes.
to be kind people. I believe gardening is one of them as well.
Yes, gardeners are great.
Is it bonsai?
Bonsai. I love
What is
bonsai.
that?
So that's growing a tree basically as a plant, but like you're taking a beautiful tree.
People at Still Up Broadcasting always walk in at the worst times. Melissa Frost just walked in. Wait a minute, I said bonsai? Bonsai? What is that?
Bonsai trees. Yeah, they're beautiful. It's an ancient art form of growing trees, but you keep them small. But they're gorgeous. I would love to do that.
Board gaming. I always want to play games, but you're going to have friends, Melissa, to play board games, and I don't have any friends.
I know.
Yeah, I know. She's agreeing. Yeah, you have no friends. I even bought like a Harry Potter Monopoly one. Even my girlfriend doesn't want to play it with me.
My brother bought me board games. He's bought me board games for Christmas before. I'm like, I live alone. Who am I playing with? You know?
I say girlfriend, she's my fiance.
Yeah.
Woodworking.
You know what? I work with somebody who does woodworking, and he's a very nice guy, very kind person.
That's a talent
and
to do
he
stuff like
makes
that.
beautiful. So he's made me gifts before, and he's made one gift for all of us before. A beautiful like wooden Christmas tree just from scrap wood he had. So it was really cool.
Beekeeping, bird watching, also pottery, ceramic arts, Nancy.
Yeah,
like
my
you said
mom
your mom
did.
so.
Yeah, and she was very kind.
Let us
so.
know, what is a hobby that you do that you have the kindest people around? I say still not broadcasting, radio DJing, the kindest people around. Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Thanks for streaming us at Q93FM.com and the Q93 app and through your smart speaker.
All right, Josh. So I finally finished it last night. Stranger Things,
Woo-hoo!
season 5.
Spoiler alert.
Yes,
If you haven't
please,
seen
guys.
it, lower your radio for the next 3 to 5 minutes.
Yep, I am going to talk about the whole season plus the finale. So just lower those radios, like Josh said. So let's get into the season. It started off great. I love starting it off with the radio where they're at the squawk. Because, we've been in radio for a little while now,
Yeah.
so I love the whole radio theme throughout the whole season. And I love that it's the 80s. So in the station where you and I used to work, when I started there in the 90s, it still looked like the 80s.
I'm not surprised.
We didn't update a lot of equipment over there, so I was still we still had records.
So you felt the nostalgia.
Yeah, I felt the nostalgia for sure. We still had tracks to play. So anyway, that was cool. I loved, of course, the action and everything else that went along with it. The storyline, I think everything wrapped up so nicely. And I love that they didn't just end the whole series, right after the climax. They dragged it out for like another 30 minutes.
She actually liked that when I had told you about it.
Yeah,
remember I said it
because they wrapped it up. They wrapped it up. Everyone's storyline got wrapped up, and I love that. So you had Hopper finally proposing to Joyce, and I got goosebumps just thinking about it because you thought, oh, that's never going to happen. But I love the way he did it, in the restaurant and saying, will you spend your life with this grumpy old man? I love that Will, finally came out to his friends, but it wasn't like it took, what's her name? To help him with that.
The girl that worked at the radio station? Yeah, Robin.
Rockin' Robin. I love that. Which, by the way, was the first song I ever played on radio.
Really?
Yeah, when I was training to be a DJ, that was my first song. But it took Robin to help him kind of get through that. I love that part. And let me just say, I'm very much like Holly, the little sister, because I had Rainbow Bright stuff everywhere growing up. A Wrinkle in Time was one of my favorite books whenever I would read. So I related to everybody. And I don't know, Josh, the thing I think I related to the most at the end when Elle, we don't know if Elle died or not because they kind of left it open-ended. We don't know if Elle died. It looked like she did.
They kind of leave it where it's your own interpretation, but the actress who plays Max said that Elle died. In her mind,
Elle died. But then Mike is like, I think maybe, this is a theory I have, is that Elle's sister set up Collie. Set up like an invisibility thing or put a projection, where it wasn't really her.
He had a theory of what exactly happened and a reasoning behind it.
And I like that theory. They left it open-ended. But what I love the most is that they closed it out. It was like the whole thing was a coming-of-age story because you see them from childhood going finally into adulthood. And I love at the end where Holly and her friends take over the Dungeons and Dragons thing and Mike closes the door. I thought that ended perfectly. And my favorite part that made me cry the most, Josh, was when Mike is sitting there and not sure if he wants to go to his graduation and Hopper comes and talks to him.
I like that scene a lot, too.
I cried a lot.
I was sad for that one.
I related to it so much because when Mike said, it doesn't feel right to go on and be happy whenever somebody you love dies. I'm kind of paraphrasing. That's how I felt, after my loved ones died. Both my parents are gone, and that's how you feel. It doesn't feel right to be happy. But Hopper said, you just go and live the best life you can.
I enjoyed that scene, too.
Yeah, and I was in tears, Josh, last night. I was in so many tears, and I texted you. I was like...
What about Joyce killing Vecna with that hammer
man, Joyce let loose, man. Joyce just let loose. And everybody was looking at her like, damn. But then they were all having the flashback memories.
Joyce had no scene of substance in this whole series
until that final
they were
scene.
saving it for that. It was a very similar to Harry Potter when Molly Weasley's like, not my daughter, you.
Yeah, and then she took out Bellatrix. So guys, I loved it. Go watch Stranger Things. I think they wrapped it up so wonderfully. I think they really did.
Good night, 3 is Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Take a moment to subscribe to our podcast. We know you can't listen to the show every day, 24/7, but every show all morning long for 5 hours. So we have our podcast, Best of the Morning Q Crew. It's the best moments each week in podcast form. You can get it in your favorite podcasting app or at Q93FM.com. Just search Best of the Morning Q Crew.
All right, guys, if you want to learn how to stress less in 2026, we have a little cheat sheet for you, okay? So here are things that you might want to stop caring about as we are in this new year now. Here are some of the popular ones. How about stop responding to text messages as soon as possible?
Oh, that would be nice if I could do that. The thing is, Nancy, I feel like, especially if my mother texts me, if I don't respond fast, she then thinks something's wrong.
My mom was like that, too.
And then she's like, she'll send you a message, is everything okay?
Oh,
and
my God.
If I don't respond to that fast enough, then she's calling.
Like, if I was in a meeting, because, I work for a newspaper, so if I was covering a meeting as a reporter for the paper, I couldn't answer my phone. And back then, you couldn't respond to messages either while you were recording. Now, the phone's updated to where you can do that now. But back then, I couldn't. And she would try to call me, and it would knock out my recording each time. And I was to the point, I would call her before, Mom, I'm going to a meeting. Please do not call or text, okay? Because she would get so worried that something was going on. So I understand. But moms are, we gotta
care
give moms.
A lot.
They
and
do.
She's better about it than she used to be. But yet, I'm already conditioned to answer quickly because I don't want anyone to think something's wrong.
I know. I understand that. How about keeping up with people you grew up with or grew apart from? It's okay to cut and run if it just seems like work now, or you don't have too much in common anymore.
Sometimes that happens. People grow different directions. Life changes. It sucks. I've had a few people in my life too. They kind of just slowly branched away. But
I know, like you were so close to them before, but it's like
something happened, and sometimes you don't even know why.
Sometimes
it's almost like they decided that.
But sometimes nothing happens. It's just life, People have, and you move away to a different town or something. And it's kind of sad. And you just think, and one day you don't realize that this is the last day you guys were ever gonna
do anything together. I don't take it personal though for the ones that decide to kind of just drift off. Because it's just part of life.
It is. I don't take it personally either.
I'm not going to beg you to be in my life. You know
exactly, exactly. How about sports? I don't have a problem with that one.
I guess you don't.
But that doesn't stress you out. That's your fun. That's your relaxed time, right?
It stresses me out when the Saints play. Only when I'm invested. Like if they're having a good year and they're going to the playoffs and like I want them to win the Super Bowl, then I'm stressed.
Yeah.
But lately I haven't been stressed in the last several years because they suck. So it's just like, they're going to lose. So nothing to stress about.
Here's one that you and I really don't care about. Trendy clothes.
No.
I find that's more for younger people. How about other people's opinions of you?
That's hard to do, though.
It is hard to do because it depends on the type of people you're talking about. Obviously, you want your boss to have a good opinion of you. You want certain people to. But for most part, as I get older, I really don't care that much.
They say it gets better with age.
It does. I really don't care. The only ones I really care are like my boss because just so I have a job and I can pay my bills, I'm good. I
just get tired of people's opinions, if that makes sense. Like they always have to say something about everything. It's like it's never going to be good enough.
No, I know.
Just shut up.
So don't worry about it. Just let them talk and then just be like, once they're gone, you have to think about them. How about making good time on the road? I'm still bad about that.
Well, if you'd wake up on time, you wouldn't have that problem with that.
Some of us work a lot. We stay up late. Getting peer pressured into going out. I know you don't have that problem at all.
I don't like going out, especially at night. I don't like going out.
I don't mind going to dinner somewhere, but I don't like going to parties and stuff anymore like I used to.
I've never been into that.
Stressing over holidays. I didn't stress this year at all, and I didn't care. How about buying a house? You stressed over your house?
Yes, because you have to find the right house, and then you got to make sure it all goes through with the bank and everything. And then if you're remodeling, that's stressful.
I don't know how you can't stress buying a house. That is a stressful event. And finally, guys, on this list, things you can't control. No use stressing over stuff you can't do anything about. Easier said than done, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what about you guys? Let us know.
How do you say it? Let go and let God, though. Let
go and let God. But it is easier said than done, though. But let us know, guys. What are things that you want to let go of in the year 2026 so you don't have to stress anymore?
We're going to let go of this break when we come back.
Nice.
More goose gas for the laughs.
I'm already feeling less stressed.
293, Alexandria's #1 hit music station, will be hosting our annual yesterday. I keep saying yesterday, Monday.
No, Monday. It was day before.
Nancy and myself made a little trip to the Olive Garden here in Alexandria.
Right, the new Olive Garden.
They had their grand opening. Everyone's been talking about this since Johnny Carino's shut down. They demolished it. And we knew Olive Garden was coming in. So they finally opened up. So we were like, you know what? Or at least I was like, I know it's crazy. I know a lot of people are probably trying to avoid the rush of the first day. Right. But I was like, we totally need to go and make some content out of it. So we did it.
We did. I kind of went on a last minute, like on a whim. Like I didn't even know you were going until
I didn't really know I was going. So I said, you know what? Let's go to Olive Garden.
I was like, all right, sure. Why not? Let's go. And you're like, I said, should I take my car because I'm going out on that end of town? You're like, there might not be parking. I said, yeah, you're right. Let's just go.
It worked out good that we got there about 10:30. There was a parking spot right when you pull in on the corner. We only waited about 30 minutes outside in the cold. That was kind of rough because I didn't have a jacket.
You wear a hoodie every single day. Except the one day you didn't have a hoodie. But, and guys, we talked to some cool people in line. There was this one lady who said she remembered when they announced that they were going to have an Olive Garden coming, or
she was at some restaurant that was also owned by Olive Garden at the time.
That's what it was.
They had said they were going to be building one soon in Alexandria. They wanted to come here.
And that was when her sister was going into labor for her nephew. And she says, I remember it specifically because that was that day 31 years ago. I'm like, so your nephew's now 31 years old, a grown man, and he finally gets his Olive Garden.
So,
she said, yep, 31 years we've been waiting for this.
I love the salad, love the breadsticks. You love the soup?
Oh, I had the zuppa toscana, which is my favorite, and it was so good. But I chose like a little healthy option for lunch. I was proud of myself. I love the herb grilled salmon and the steamed broccoli, and it was cooked perfectly. Our waiter was awesome, too.
The shrimp scampi. I'm not going to lie. It wasn't the best shrimp scampi I've ever had. It didn't have any sauce in it. Really? It was very dry.
Oh.
It was good, but it wasn't. I like it a little more saucy, if that makes sense. A little more flavor to it.
A little more saucy.
It was very dry.
Okay.
Some places though it's very saucy, and you end up having indigestion or acid reflux. So I was happy it was dry, but yet I could use a little bit more moisture in my pasta. You know what I'm saying?
And on my end, mine was, like I said, was cooked perfectly. And our waiter, Jeremy S.
Yeah,
he was great. I love Jeremy. So
they're stressed out too. It's a grand opening. They're learning the ropes, trying to get things together. And they're very busy right now. But the line had reached about halfway off the sidewalk. It went about halfway to the building on the side, and I think it was busy, but it wasn't crazy like I envisioned. I think a lot of people were envisioning craziness, and they're like, "We're going to hold off until things calm down a little bit." But we also were there early in the morning too. Right.
And can I just say, I like the modern look to it, because I'm so used to going to the one in Lafayette, because a lot of my friends live in Lafayette. So sometimes we'll go, and it's older. It's more of the classic Olive Garden look. I was very impressed with the modern look to this one.
It's very nice.
Yeah.
So definitely go check it out, and definitely go check us out on social media at Morning Q Crew. We made a little reel of our time over at Olive Garden. There's even an appearance by the one and the only Stephen Maxwell. He was there.
That's right.
He thought he was cutting line, getting in there for us.
By the way, guys, this is an unbiased review. We're not getting paid with breadsticks for this review.
Hey, if they want to.
If y'all want to give us some salad and breadsticks for this review, we'll gladly take it. But this is just our honest review of what we experienced on Monday. So,
And Psychotic comments. We're bringing it back. It's been a while since we've done it, because we have some crazy comments from Facebook about the grand opening of Olive Garden that we want to share. Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Be sure to check out our podcast. That way you can listen to us on demand if you ever miss any of the shows. Check out Best of the Morning Q Crew, wherever you get your podcast at. All right, we talked about Olive Garden's grand opening the Monday. We went over there, and you can check out our time there, our trip there, on our socials at Q93 Alexandria and at Morning Q Crew. But right now, we're going to have a new edition of Psychotic Comments. We're going to go to the interwebs and read some of the craziest comments about the opening of Olive Garden in Alexandria.
One of my favorites, Josh, this one just tickled me. Can't believe people stand in line that long to eat frozen, heated up stuff in a bag.
I didn't feel like it was frozen, heated up food.
That's kind of typically what Olive Garden does. I don't know if they changed it, but that's typically what it is. It's just they heat up a lot of stuff, and it's pre-made, But
that's disappointing.
Not all of it, I don't think, but, I think that's what mostly their stuff is. Just these mid-tier restaurants do that. Yeah.
Someone even said, I can't believe people are this excited about a mid-tier restaurant. I said, God help us if we ever get a Buc-ee's.
Oh, my gosh.
We'll never get a Buc-ee's, but by the way, Buc-ee's is going to be opening up earlier than they thought. There were some delays, but now they're saying 2027.
Oh, okay. So
mid-2027. Yeah.
All right. So somebody else said, I guess this today is for those that don't have a job. More power to them. First of all, sir, we have jobs.
Yeah, it was called lunch break.
It's a lunch break, sir. Okay. Another one, people saying it's a shame we will support national chain restaurants when the city has never gave a local business this much love.
I don't think that's true.
I don't think that's true either. Another one, why them kids not in school? Some kids are homeschooled.
It was a Monday, and a lot of schools are off on Monday now. The kids are off.
Yeah. Somebody said, bet the Chick-fil-A car line is down now because there were so many people in line there.
That is true. And Texas Roadhouse.
Somebody said Texas Roadhouse. Yeah. We don't have to stand in line at Texas Roadhouse now. Somebody said, baby, y'all could have just come to Lafayette for all of that. Well, you know what? Not everybody wants to drive a couple hours to get to Lafayette. Someone said, close 2 down, open 1 up. Alexandria is a poop hole, and so is this, quote, talent pool. Nothing special about Olive Garden. Boy, that
talent pool? What are they talking about?
It's probably...
Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Thanks for liking and following us on social media. Q93 Alexandria and at Morning Q Crew. You can also find Nancy K. Dupleshat and myself at Off Air with Josh.
All right, Josh, 10 years from now, what do you think our phones are going to be capable of?
The screen will probably be the size of an iPad.
Or maybe they'll reverse. Maybe they'll go back to being like the mini ones,
I think, I also think you'll see a lot of flipping phones, but the screens are going to fold and stuff. That kind of technology. I think the cameras will probably, instead of like 10 knobs on the back, they'll probably be 25.
I just have 3 on mine. I need to update my phone. I have 3 Or is it 4? I have like 4.
Hopefully the battery.
5, I don't know.
Hopefully the battery lasts longer.
Yeah.
Maybe you can get a better battery.
That would be nice. Well, Samsung polled 2,000 people and asked for features they hope their phone will have by the year 2036. So I don't know how realistic we think these are, but let's give it a go. Someone said last an entire week on a single charge. So like
That'd
you
be
said,
nice.
a better battery.
Or at
That
least
would be
like half a
awesome.
week.
Yeah. Or even greedier. Someone said charging without needing electricity, like it charges through movement.
I don't know about through movement, but you
You
already
just
have
wave
those
your arms in
chargers.
the
You
air.
just set it on.
Yeah, I need to get one of those. How about real-time language translation? So you could talk to someone on the phone even if you don't speak the same language.
I could see that because they now transcribe your voicemails and stuff as the person is recording the voicemail for you.
So to do it in an audio way would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Kind of like there was what was it? It was the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and you had a babblefish. No, listen, this is a babble. No,
about?
actually, babblefish was something that you could use, like an app or something. But this was based off of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy in the series. They had a babblefish. It was a little fish you put in your ear, and whenever somebody with a different language, like from another planet,
translated in English
it automatically
or
you
whatever.
could hear it in your language. So it would be similar. How about 3D holograms? Phones that project holograms so you can have 3D meetings or, quote, manipulate objects in 3D.
Like Tony Stark, when he'd set up his little thing and it would show something. That'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be very, very cool. I was thinking more old school, like R2-D2, like showing Princess Leia, like, help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi, you're my only hope.
I think that's a little farther away than 10 years.
I think so. Another person said, listen in and instantly give you helpful suggestions, so real-time advice without asking.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Like if ChatGPT could listen. That's coming next, right? You could set it where it's always listening.
That's a little scary to
And
me.
you can just say, ChatGPT, tell me, what should I do with this? And they'll spit it out. You know?
Yeah,
Instead
maybe
of typing
so.
it all in.
You know, it'd be great because I have to cover some of these meetings for the newspaper sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It would be great if it could help me organize it, like as I'm recording it. So, like I'm recording it into my phone, right, so that I can go back and listen to it later because these meetings are really
Nancy,
long.
you do know you can record the audio of the meeting and then upload it to ChatGPT and ask you to write out article or notes.
I think that would be pretty cool if we can do that. So, what do you guys think? What would you like?
What are your predictions? What would you like your phone to do in 2036 or by 2036? Let us know. Q93 Alexandria at Morning Q Crew. Q93FM.com. Use the shout out feature in the Q93 app. Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. You might be hearing this new term for the first time. I know I am. What is it? Choppelganger?
Yeah, choppelganger. So if you've ever heard of a doppelganger, like somebody who looks just like somebody else, normally somebody will say, oh my God, there's somebody who looks just like you. Yeah, well, this is a choppelganger. So Gen Zers have been tossing this term around for a little bit. It means you look like someone's doppelganger, but a little bit uglier.
That's so mean.
It's because
Because we call doppelganger someone that looks like someone you know, but they might be an uglier version.
No. It's choppelganger because the word chopped is now being used to call people or things unattractive or undesirable. So choppelganger has been picking up steam in recent
so
months
mean.
after someone on social media apparently coined it last year. So, for example, a TikTok woman claims people refer to her as Mick Jagger's choppelganger. That's terrible. And said, if you think someone has a choppelganger, keep it to your dang self.
She's a woman and they said she looks like Mick Jagger's choppelganger? Oh my God.
First of all, to even say this woman looks like Mick Jagger is bad enough, and to say she's a choppelganger. So I'm looking at this woman now. Y'all are wrong for saying that she looks like his choppelganger. She's way prettier than him to begin with, and to say that she's his choppelganger?
So younger
wrong with
folks
y'all?
are using the word chop for something that's ugly?
This is the thing. I officially hate Gen Z now with their stupid terms. I don't like them. I don't like their TikToks. I don't like their terms. I'm officially an old lady now. I'm done with these young
I know
people.
why you don't like that.
Why?
Because you be chopped.
Because I'd be chopped. Thank you. Thank you.
Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Best of the Morning Q Crew podcast. New episodes drop every Friday. You can get it in your podcasting app or get the link at Q93FM.com.
So, Josh, have you ever been dumped?
No, but yeah, if that makes sense.
It kind of does, yeah. So have you ever just wanted to turn to some junk food just to kind of help you get over that?
Oh, I do that when the Saints are like losing or they suck
That's
or if I'm
the same.
depressed or
It's
stressed.
breaking up with a sports team or something. Breaking up with your hopes is what it is.
Yeah.
That works.
Eating your anxiety.
What do you go for?
Oh, chips,
Yeah.
ice cream, pizza, like anything that's bad. Make a trip to Mickey D's, maybe.
Well, specifically when it comes to love, the website lovelifeacademy.com analyzed search data and put together a rundown of the most popular breakup foods in every state. Not surprisingly, people want to treat themselves to comfort food and sugary sweets. I think chocolate always helps. Haven't we learned anything from Harry Potter? You know, when the Dementors are attacking, chocolate.
What about
always
a
helps.
root beer float?
Oh, I haven't had one of those in ages.
Those are so good.
That sounds so good. But listen, here are the top indulgences in the states where they're the number one breakup food. How about South Dakota? South Dakalaki. It's burgers, okay?
Oh, yeah, I love a good burger. That is probably my favorite food. I can never have too many burgers.
If you're in South Dakota, that's what you're getting whenever your loved one dumps you. You're going to get a burger. And the boot in our home state of Louisiana, in Mississippi, and Virginia, we're all the same. We turned to cake.
That makes a lot of sense.
Hey, and talk about during Mardi Gras season, you're turning to king cake for sure.
Heck yeah.
In Hawaii and Kentucky, you're turning to candy. Alaska, Montana, and Wyoming, you're going for chicken noodle soup.
That is so lame.
It is weird, but it heals the soul, you know?
Only if it's cold.
Well, Montana and Alaska are pretty cold, so Wyoming too, you know.
But for when you broke up and you need some like comfort food, you're going for chicken noodle soup.
That can be very comforting.
That's for when
know?
you're sick.
Yeah, but you're sick from love sick, you know? You're love sick. Pennsylvania goes for chocolate, you know? Iowa and Missouri, they go for cookie dough.
Oh, yeah, I like raw cookie dough.
Yeah, that's some good stuff. Iowa and Missouri, I just said that one. Utah and Washington go for cookies, so they at least let it cook first before they eat it. They stick it in the oven. Maryland and New Jersey, New York and Washington, D.C. go for cupcakes. Oklahoma and Arkansas go for the donuts.
I'm not a cupcake person.
No? I like cupcakes.
I guess if they're moist enough, some of them are dry, and I just find it's not, the mess is not
just
worth
eat it with some milk. It'll be fine. Dunk it in some milk. It's good.
I'm not a big cupcake person.
Nevada goes for French fries.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, Delaware goes for French toast. That's a lot of work for a breakup food. North Dakalaki, that's North Dakota, and Vermont go for garlic bread.
You mean they go to Olive Garden?
Yeah, maybe so. So Indiana, Ohio, Wisconsin, and West Virginia all go for the same thing. Grilled cheese. I like a good grilled cheese, though. Rhode Island goes for ice cream.
The soup, yeah.
Yeah, Rhode Island's ice cream. Maine and New Hampshire, I like theirs. It's mac and cheese.
Bet you they eat Rocky Road ice cream.
In Rhode Island?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make sense. Yeah, mac and cheese for Maine and New Hampshire, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, North Kakalaki, South Kakalaki, and Tennessee all go for the same thing, Josh. It's a milkshake.
Oh, okay. I can see that.
Because it brings all the boys to the yard. Nothing like bringing the boys when you broke up with your boyfriend and you want to bring the other boys to the yard. Get yourself a milkshake. Connecticut and Massachusetts go for the pizza. Illinois and Nebraska for popcorn. Really? Why you want popcorn when you broke up?
If the popcorn's good, yeah, I can see
Maybe
you just snagging some popcorn.
If it's like the candied popcorn,
Yeah.
maybe. Yeah. Arizona, California, Michigan go for potato chips. And Idaho, Kansas, New Mexico, and Texas go for tacos. And finally, Josh, Minnesota and Oregon, waffles.
Hey, I like some waffles.
He likes the waffles.
In the morning, we make it waffles.
Waffles.
Let us know, what is your go-to food when you're depressed, stressed, you have anxiety, or you got broken up? Why keep us talking like, or when you had a breakup? I can't talk. What is wrong with me?
Neither one of us can talk.
Q93, Alexandria's #1 hit music station. Thanks for streaming us at Q93FM.com and the Q93 app and through your smart speaker. Nancy, there's a lot of hacks on how to pick the best fruit. You look for the ones that weigh the most, or the ones that smell the best, or the ones that have a certain color or markings. But this one I discovered is very new.
Okay, what is it?
There's some videos circulating online, and this woman is claiming that she's heard the key to picking the sweetest navel orange is to look at its booty hole.
What?
That's it.
Wait, the booty hole, isn't that the navel?
This is the hole in the orange that's opposite the place where it is connected to the tree branch. So it's called blossom end,
booty hole?
if you will. The orange is blossom end.
The booty hole?
The woman claims you don't want like a big wide booty cavity. You
no,
want a
you
tight
really don't.
booty cavity,
Yeah, of course you do.
or one that is closed, preferably.
Yeah, you really do want a tight booty hole.
She says that is the sweet orange. She credited it to another woman named Paige, who's a self-proclaimed orange-picking expert. Imagine that, doing that for a living. And Paige ranked 3 steps to picking the perfect orange. So first, you check the booty hole. It should be small, tight, or closed.
Yeah, it should be.
Also, you check the weight. Heavier oranges are better.
Okay, that's what I usually go for. I go for weight and typically color and weight. That's what I go for.
And then color. 'Cause
Okay, there you go.
Darkest, the orangiest
Yes.
oranges are the best.
Yes, absolutely.
So, booty hole, weight, and color.
I never looked at the booty holes.
If you find a tight booty hole and it's fat and it's very, very dark orange, that's a good orange, yeah.
No, not the booty hole.
What are you doing? What? Did you just double dip that chip?
Excuse me?
You double dipped the chip.
Double dipped? What are you talking about?
You dipped the chip, you took a bite, and you dipped again.
So?
That's like putting your whole mouth right in the dip. Look, from now on, when you take a chip, just take one dip and end it.
Well, I'm sorry, Timmy. But I don't dip that way.
Oh, you don't, huh?
No. You dip the way you want to dip. I'll dip the way I want to dip.
Give me the chip!
Hey!
Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. All right, double dipping, Nancy. What do you feel about double dipping?
Hey, if it's you're the only one eating the chips and the dip, go for it. But if you're at a party or get together, anything, if you're around other people, don't do it.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I remember when I discovered the thing about double dipping. We were at some group function with the family, and someone brought it to my attention. And I really didn't know what they meant.
Yeah.
And then it dawned on me. I was like, oh, I didn't realize how that could be gross and how that's a
Yes.
thing. So then I'm very self-conscious about it now.
Yeah.
So when there's a family function or there's a group of people, you only take one dip.
Now, the only acceptable thing you can do is if it's a long, let's say it's not a chip, or let's say it's some celery or something.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say you grab the celery from the middle, you dip on one side, you eat, and then you dip on the other side. So that way it's clean. That way
works,
you didn't
yeah.
so it works. So if you don't get any of your germs on that side, then you can dip again as long as it didn't touch,
But if it's just you, like Nancy said, you can double dip,
Dip all
triple
you
dip,
want.
quadruple dip. You can take that
Put the
whole
whole-
dip and lick
Lick
all
it.
that container up.
Lick it.
Do whatever you want.
Do what you want. But if you're with other people, show a little consideration. Don't be like George.
A study came out, 80% of Americans double dip into guacamole, Nancy, because it's simply too good to resist. They don't even care. They don't care if it's cold and flu season. They're like, I'm double dipping. I want that
Y'all
guac.
nasty.
I want that sauce. I want that dip.
See, that's why after a party, I'm not saving chips from a party.
I get that.
I throw them away.
That's been sitting out.
If it's
People's
been
been
sitting out,
dipping.
people been touching those chips in a bowl. Like when they've been, I'm not saving those
Yeah.
chips.
I agree with you on that.
Toss them out. I don't know where y'all fingers have been. No, they're not that expensive. I'll just get some more chips if I want.
I agree with you on that. I remember years ago, I was with my grandfather, and he was kind enough to buy me a milkshake, Nancy.
Oh.
But then he wanted to share the milkshake. He didn't really want to share it,
And
but
we know how you feel about sharing.
he wanted to take a sip of it before I had the rest of it. I'm like, why didn't you just buy your own milkshake?
Why didn't you just give your papa a little tasty
He went for
milkshake?
it. I didn't even give it. I didn't have a choice, Nancy. I'm like 8 years old. He took it and he took a sip of it, and his saliva and everything just dripped. Like I could see it. I'm not exaggerating. He was like, and it's just like a big old slime.
At least use your own straw.
And I saw it all go back into the straw.
No.
And I did. And then I just put it back in the contain on the cup holder. And he asked me, why you not drinking your milkshake?
Okay.
And I said, because I am. I'm just not drinking it all right now. I was like, I am not.
Okay,
drinking that.
I wouldn't either. If I saw the spit come, I would not drink it either. Now, here's the thing. If my family or a very, very close friend said you want a taste, I'll give you a taste just because, we're cool knowing that we're going to be cautious to not let that happen. You know what I mean?
A part of me wonders if he did that on purpose.
Because he wanted the rest
wanted
of
to be
it.
a jerk.
He probably wanted the rest of it to himself, maybe.
Maybe so.
But yeah, if I'm going to take a taste of somebody's stuff, especially if we're eating out together, I'm using my own fork or spoon or my own straw, and I'm making sure it's clean.
Or like you said, if you do take a sip, you're not going to let all
I'm
your
not going to let my
saliva
fluids
fall
come
in.
down. And I always make sure, hey, no backwash, nothing, Like, I'm very, very careful because I would hate that if somebody did that to me.
You just take a little sip. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so careful about that.
Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. This new poll found the average American's #1 area of expertise, Nancy, is reality TV show drama. I'm not even joking.
That is so sad.
2,000 people rated different things they're knowledgeable about on a scale from 1 to 10. And reality TV show drama came in at #1.
That depresses me. It
Next
really
up-
does. That's terrible.
Next up was social media trends.
That depresses me even more.
Next up was home improvement or DIY projects.
That one's at least useful.
Next was trending music.
Oh, gosh.
We kind of help with that.
Yeah.
Interest rates, which I find is kind of random.
It's useful, but it's, yeah.
Obscure facts about movies and TV shows. We kind of help with that too.
Okay, that's not useful, but at least it's more entertaining.
Gather other general trivia questions.
Helps if you're going on Jeopardy.
That's for the people that listen to us during Random Facts.
That's right.
History, which is a good thing to know about.
It is something good. Now we're getting into more worldly knowledge.
Health and fitness.
Okay, now we're on to something.
You take a look outside, you couldn't tell, but a lot of people know about health and fitness.
Hey, don't talk about that during king cake season.
And saving money.
Okay, that's what we all should be knowledgeable about.
What are you most knowledgeable about, Nancy, on a scale from 1 to 10?
Probably just general trivia.
Really?
Just random fact. Look, I grew up watching Jeopardy. Watching Jeopardy almost every day. I just know a little bit about everything and a whole lot about nothing. That makes sense.
That does make sense. For me, I would say it's probably just entertainment and music and movies, TV shows. Yeah. Just because that is part of the gig here. We stay informed on pop culture. If I no longer work here one day, that would slip away. I wouldn't be as informed. But I love the business side of things when it comes to like companies and business. When it comes to things like that, behind the scenes stuff.
I don't like business side.
No?
I just do not like the business part of anything.
Like the whole Netflix, Warner Brothers, Paramount merger and the fighting going. Like I love that kind of stuff. All the juicy.
I don't like politics. I don't like business. I don't like anything like kind of money related. I'm just more of like the creative, like go with the flow.
You're an author.
Type.
You like to write.
I like to write. Yeah.
You know grammar. You're good at grammar.
I'm good at grammar. Yes.
Let us know. Are you one of these people that are very much an expert in reality TV show drama?
I don't know anything about that, though.
I don't watch reality TV. But
I don't.
If there is something you're an expert in, you have some expertise, we love to know. You can let us know. Q93FM.com. Use the shout-out feature in the Q93 app or DM us on socials at Q93 Alexandria or at Morning Q. Now, do you take it back? I used to watch Chrisley Knows Best.
You know what, though? You know a lot about Stranger Things.
Yeah, that I do.
We've been talking about that a lot.
That I do. I forgot a lot about Stranger. I forgot more than I know about Stranger Things at this point, though, because it's been so long. Q93 Alexandria's #1 hit music station. You can find me on social media. Follow me along when I'm not on air. Off Air with Josh. Also, Nancy K. Duplichet. Find the stations, too. Silla Broadcasting, Q93 Alexandria, and at Morning Q Group.
All right, Josh. Someone asked the internet, what's the first sign you notice that someone is a bad driver? And there were some fun responses. I mean, my first response is like their truck is orange, but, that's...
My truck is orange.
Oh, really?
You interrupting
what?
buffoon.
All right, so here's some of the actual responses. First sign is always overconfidence mixed with zero awareness. I think that's a pretty good sign. A good driver sometimes misses their turn. A bad driver never misses their turn. Think about it. I agree with that.
I miss turns sometimes.
No.
I'll be fine with GPS and I'll miss my turn.
But that's what they're saying. A good driver sometimes misses their turn, but a bad driver never misses their turn. So if you're you're gonna get that turn, whether it doesn't matter if you're gonna
or you'll fight with the people in the car that you didn't miss it afterwards.
Exactly. So they don't accelerate to highway speeds on the ramp. I cannot tell you how much that gives me anxiety if I'm behind somebody and they're not accelerating to get on it and there's vehicles coming behind us and it's like,
oh yeah,
get on the. And
they're
I know
slowly getting
on.
on.
I'm not talking about these big trucks because I know they can't do that, but I'm talking about regular vehicle. Like, come on, guys.
They merge slow.
You need to merge.
You can't be going 45 and merge on an interstate where everybody's going 75, 80.
I know. Pick up the speed, y'all. How about when they can't maintain speed and they keep decelerating and accelerating?
Yes.
That one, remember I complain about that one every now and
Yes.
then, and it's like they're playing games with you.
Put it in cruise.
And if you don't have cruise,
Move out the way.
Pay attention, yeah. How about hard braking at every stop? Yep.
Yeah.
When you come to that,
They do that in the
me car
traffic
sick.
circle here and now. Like
Oh.
there's certain vehicles they feel like they have to keep hitting the brakes through the entire circle, and I'm like, if you're going like 35, 40, you don't have to hit the brakes. Just go. Just take the ride, man.
Right. Another one says no turn signals. Another one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or they wait to use it till it don't even matter anymore.
Exactly. They do it as they're turning. Like, what was the point? Tailgating is another one.
I don't like that. You ride my behind.
No. Remember that lady I told you? She got out of her car.
Yeah.
Get off my ass! And she finished the whole word. I wasn't even on her. I don't even know what she was talking about. She was just having a bad day. Oops. Sorry, I hit my microphone if that's what you heard. Another one said they hang out in your blind spot. How do you know what my blind spot is, though? You know, I don't know if they're doing that on purpose or...
I think what they're really talking about is like when a car does not pass you and they're kind of like, they'll get close to passing you, but then they're going up and down in speed.
Yeah.
So then they kind of back off a little bit, but they're still riding alongside of you and you kind of lose track of where they're at. That is irritating.
Another one said someone said whenever you're inside the passenger side, oh, crab handle is worn out.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like, if they go forward and there's a worn spot where the passenger was pressing their emergency brake pedal, how about when you see their car start to drift out of their lane and then you see a sudden jerk to correct it? That's usually the sign of a driver who's focusing on their phone and only occasionally glancing at the road. Bonus points if it happens repeatedly. And finally, they crash into a stationary car. Yeah, that's pretty bad.
Also, I throw in there if you pull out in front of somebody, if you can't guesstimate the speed that they're going and that when you pull out, by the time they get to you, you will not be able to be going faster than them. Don't pull out in front of them. I had this happen yesterday right before a red light. And this lady, as I was coming, I was like, I know she's not going to do this. And she did it. And she was going slow. I whipped it out in the other lane and I looked at that. She looked like a Karen so bad. And I just looked at her and what I did was I whipped it back in front of her and then I hit my brakes on her. I was like, there. How do you like that? How do you like that?
Oh, Mr. Road Rager over there.
You're listening to the best of the Morning Q Crew. Wake up with the Morning Q Crew weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. and subscribe to the best of the Morning Q Crew podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Let's go!